Fedora, the upstream, community-supported, Red Hat-sponsored Linux distro, is here with version 42. It is available as a full desktop workstation, as a slim terminal-based server, or as a bare minimum container. Version 42 also marks the first time Fedora is available as a WSL distribution for Windows 11. For the Workstation installation, we'll cover both GNOME and KDE flavors as the installation routine differs. However, a server installation routine is the same as KDE, therefore I won't cover it separately. Boot with the DVD or ISO and select Start Fedora Workstation Live. At the warm and fuzzy welcome screen, click Install Fedora. Select your language. For this demonstration, we are selecting the entire disk, accepting the defaults. It's always a good idea to safeguard your data, but here we're leaving the Encrypt My Data checkbox unchecked. Review the choices and click Erase Data and Install. Enjoy the pretty animations as Fedora is being installed. Restart when prompted. With the OS installed, we continue with the configuration. With your default language and keyboard selected, click Next. Interesting how Linux defaults to having location services on by default. Type the major city that is closest to you. I'm bypassing third-party repositories. Enter your desired username and a strong password, and start using your Fedora Linux. At the desktop, click the shape in the upper left corner. Select Show Apps and click Settings. Under System, click About, followed by System Details. Boot with the DVD or ISO and select Start Fedora KDE Desktop Live. Nice UEFI boot logo. At the live desktop, click Install a hard drive. With the KDE installation, we have the familiar Anaconda-based installer that is also used for Fedora Server. As always, select your language. At the installation summary screen, select Installation Destination. As we did earlier, we'll select and leave the defaults using the entire disk. Click Done. Next, select User Creation. Enter a desired username and a strong password. Leave the Add Administrative Privileges checkbox checked to grant the user sudo rights. Click Done. Verify your locale with time and date. Click Begin Installation. Click Finish Installation when complete. And restart the system from the live desktop. Log in using the correct password, unlike what I did, and enjoy the warm, welcoming welcome screen. To get info about the OS, click the Fedora logo, Start, select System Settings. In the left pane, under System, click About this system. Click More System Information to bring up an info center. Here, you will see a little bit more information. Memory, CPU, network interfaces, system monitor. After rebooting, following the installation, the user is dumped into a terminal-based console. Notice, however, at the top of the screen where it says Web Console. We'll cover that later in the video. Log in and open an administrative terminal or PowerShell session. Here, I'm using Windows 11 Enterprise OS build 26100.4061, but you can install WSL on Windows 11 Home or Professional. If not already installed, type WSL-install to install the necessary components. Reboot when prompted. Now that the underlying infrastructure is installed, administrator rights are no longer required. Open a terminal or PowerShell session and type WSL-list-online to see available distributions. Notice now that Fedora 52 is listed as an option. To install, type WSL-install-D Fedora Linux-42. To start, type WSL-D Fedora Linux-42 or just WSL if this is your default distro. Create a Linux username for your distribution. You can verify the installation by typing cat/etc/os-release. Also, type uname-a and note the kernel version. By default, a WSL instance is terminal-based. But that's not all. Type sudo DNF install LibreOffice. When prompted to install the additional packages, type Y to accept. Accept the Open PGP key. After the install is complete, type LibreOffice. You can run practically any Linux GUI application inside WSL. And to prove that LibreOffice is actually running in the WSL instance, click Help, About LibreOffice. Under the Environment section, notice that the OS Linux version matches the kernel displayed with the uname utility. As stated earlier, when you install Fedora 42 Server, it will automatically install and configure Cockpit, a web-based administrative graphical interface for Linux servers. Red Hat Enterprise Linux Server 10 also automatically installs and configures Cockpit. RHEL 9.5 and earlier prompts to activate it using System Control. From any computer, using a modern browser, open a URL. However, with a proper SSL TLS certificate and name resolution, you can securely connect using HTTPS and the server's hostname. After logging in, you have limited access by default. Click the Limited Access link to elevate to administrative access. Enter the account's password to authenticate. Using Cockpit, you can check overall system status, logs, storage, networking, accounts, and services. Under the Tools section, you can install and remove certain applications. There is a rudimentary web-based file browser that makes uploading and downloading files much easier. You can even launch a terminal within the web browser. As with any normal RHEL-based system, we can join Fedora Linux to our Active Directory domain using Realm. We'll continue while logged in using Cockpit. Ensure the hostname in FQDN format is set correctly. Check to see if DNS can resolve the domain name. Check the domain status using Realm. Install necessary packages. Join the domain. For domains with Windows Server 2025 domain controllers, you must use the --membership-software = Samba option. However, the Samba option may be necessary even for domains with Server 2019 or 2022 domain controllers with the latest Windows security updates applied. Verify domain join status. Log in using a domain account. Check AD group memberships with the ID command. At the Windows computer, check the computer account in Active Directory using Active Directory Administrative Center, Active Directory Users and Computers, or via PowerShell get-AD computer commandlet. If you're logging into the domain using KDE, click the other icon on the login screen. Use the user's domain user principal name for the username, and enjoy your KDE Plasma experience. I hope you enjoyed this video, found it helpful and informative. If you have feedback, corrections, or suggestions, please share them in the comments below. Please like, subscribe, and share this video with others. Thank you for watching. I truly appreciate it.